Using superposition theorem, find the current through the 8 ohm resistor as shown in figure below. So we have to find the current flowing through 8 ohm resistor. Let this be current I. We have to find the value of current I using superposition theorem. Now in superposition theorem, we use one source at a time. Whether it may be voltage sources or current sources, we use one source at a time and calculate the current through it, that is through our load whatever given, that is 8 ohm resistor here. Then after that we use another source, then again calculate the current, then finally we add both of them. And while considering the one source at a time, the other sources whatever with which we are left, which we are not considering, if it is voltage sources, that should be short circuited like this, and if they are current sources, they must be open circuit. So we see in this given circuit we have two sources, that is one source is 50 volt source and the other source is 5 ampere current source. So while considering 50 volts source, we have to open circuit this 5 amperes current source, and while considering the 5 amperes current source, we have to short circuit 50 volts voltage source. While considering 50 volt source, we will calculate the current and name it as I dash, or you can name it anything you want, but I am naming it as I dash. And while considering the second source, that is 5 amperes current source, I will be naming the current flowing through 8 ohm resistor as I double dash. Then finally, according to superposition theorem, to get the current, actual current I which is flowing, is the sum of the currents I dash plus I double dash, which were calculated using individual sources. That means we are superimposing the currents which we have found out by individual sources to get our final result, that is to get our actual current flowing in this circuit. So now let's apply superposition theorem. Now first let's start our analysis by considering 50 volt source. We know that the other sources, if it is voltage source, should be short, and other, if it is current source, should be open. So except 50 volt source, we see that only we have one current source present, so it must be open circuited. So let's remove this and open it like this. Now we see that when we opened it, there is no use of these resistances and this wire, because current flow current flowing here is now 0, that is current flowing here is 0 amperes here also. Why 0 amperes? Because it is open circuited and no current flows here, no current can flow because there is no connection. So we can remove this also, and there is no use of this now. Now let us find out the current. I already said you that we are finding out the current in 8 ohm resistor we have to find, and first I will consider it as I dash. So from this circuit easily we can find out I dash. This is only one loop, so only one current flows. Let the current be I dash, which is flowing in this loop. So according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, so I will be V by R. Therefore I dash is equal to V, that is 50 volts, divided by R. What is R? So we can see that 20 ohms and 8 ohms are connected in series, so 20 plus 8 ohms, so this will give 1.785 amperes. So the first current while considering with 50 volt source is 1.785 amperes. Now please remember one thing, that you have to take only one direction of current. That is, if you are finding current like this I dash, while considering one source, if you are considering the second source also, you need to consider the same direction in I, that is I double dash also should be in same direction. So whether you get positive or negative values of both of them, I dash and I double dash, only consider in same direction, only one direction, I mean. That is for 50 volts also you have taken in downward direction and calculated I1. Like in the same way you have to calculate I double dash also by considering 5 amperes current source also. You have to take in the calculate current I double dash in the same direction, that is only downward direction only. Okay. If you take I dash as downward direction and I double dash as upward direction, you will get the wrong answer. So please remember it to take always same direction of currents whichever the voltage source or current source you are considering. So let's move on to the second step, that is we have to calculate I double dash current while considering 5 amperes current source only, that is I double dash flowing through 8 ohms of resistor. We know that while considering one source at a time, we need to all the other sources, all the other voltage sources should be short and all the other current sources should be open. So except 5 ampere of current source, we see we have got 50 volts voltage source. So it needs to be short circuited. So let's short it like this. Now let us find I double dash. Now we can find I double dash by current division rule. Okay. We know that in current division rule, okay, in current division rule we have got a source current Is. Example I'm telling, we have got Is and there are parallel, consider parallel resistors where currents I1 and I2 are flowing. This is I1 and this is I2, sorry. So if we need to find any of the currents flowing through them, suppose we need to find I2, so I2 will be equal to the source current times the equivalent resistance of R1 and R2 for Req divided by the resistance in which I2 is flowing, that is R2. Similarly, if you want to find the current I1 which is flowing through R1, you can write I1 is equal to Is times R equivalent divided by R1, where R equivalent is what? In both cases R equivalent will be the same, that is the parallel R1 and R2 are connected parallel. So R1 parallel R2, which we can also write as R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Now let us apply this current division rule to our circuit. Now you can see that I have flipped the circuit. This is the same circuit only. Don't confuse. Just I have flipped it. Okay. So this is the same circuit, and we see that our source current is not in this direction. Our source current is opposite in direction. So if we want to make our source current in this direction, that is if we want to make 5 amperes in this direction, so we have to take the opposite sign of it. So this is plus 5 amperes. So we have to take minus 5 amperes to reverse its direction. So let us reverse its direction like this. Now let's apply current division rule. So as we have to find I double dash will be equal to the source current, which is minus 5 amperes, times the R equivalent. R equivalent is what? 8 ohms parallel 20 ohms is our R equivalent. 8 ohms parallel 20 ohms divided by in which branch I double dash is flowing, through which resistance? 8 ohms. So 8 ohms. So let us calculate it. And R equivalent we are getting 8 into 20 divided by 8 plus 20, that is 5.7 ohms. So I double dash will be minus 5 into 5.7 divided by 8, that is 3.56 amperes is equal to minus 3.56 amperes. Therefore the current I double dash is minus 3.56 amperes. Now you must have doubt that why we are getting this negative answer, negative current. We are getting negative current because the current source is in this direction, okay, flowing like this. So if we had considered in this direction, that is, if we have considered in uh, going upward direction, we would have got the positive result. That is, we would have got plus 3.56 amperes if we have gone through this direction, upward direction. Now, as I have said you earlier, whether you consider one source and second source, you have to take always same direction of currents flowing through the load, that is flowing through 8 ohms resistor. So now we have calculated the currents by taking individual sources. Now, according to superposition theorem, to find out current I flowing in the original circuit, we have to just add them. I dash plus I double dash will give the current I. So I dash is 1.785 plus I double dash is minus 3.56. You will get the current as minus 1.7 amperes. So minus 1.7 amperes of current is flowing in downwards direction. Why minus? This minus is because the 5 amperes current source is dominating more than the 50 volts current source. Okay, if you would have calculated in upward direction, you will get the result as plus 1.7 amperes. You can try it. Now, how to verify in exam that our answer is correct or not? Because when we get negative answers, will get disturbed that our answer is coming wrong. We will think like that. But how do we verify? How do we check that we have got correct answer or not? Now let us verify it. So in exam, if you have got enough time, you can verify this, whether your answer is coming correct or not. So our answer was coming minus 1.7 amperes in this direction. Okay, in downward direction. So you can use any method to verify your result by taking this full circuit. You no need to no need to consider one source at a time, because we are not using superposition theorem. So you can use nodal analysis, or you can use mesh analysis and verify your answer, or you can use any other method also. You can use Thevenin's theorem, you can use Norton's theorem. Many methods are there for verification. Now let us use nodal analysis to verify our result. We have already seen nodal analysis in previous videos, that we will consider the voltage some node voltage V here, and we'll take this as reference ground, or ground you can call it as, that is 0 volts, and we are assuming that V will be at higher potential and 0 volts will be at lower potential, and the current flows from higher potential to lower potential always. So let us consider currents flowing through V. That is, if I zoom that area, let me consider current I1, I2 and I3. Okay, so if we apply KCL at this node, what you will get? If we apply KCL at this node, from KCL we'll get I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to 0. So just we have to expand I1, I2, I3 in terms of V and R. How we will apply this to Ohm's law? That is, we know V is equal to I into R. So I will be V by R. So just we will apply in terms of V by R. If we have the value of current, we'll directly plug in the value of current. If we don't have the value of current, we will expand it in the terms of V by R in this equation. So let us apply. So I1 plus I2 plus I3 is 0. So coming to first to I1, the current flows from higher potential to lower potential, as I said you. So, and we are considering V at higher potential always. So in this branch where I1 is flowing, we can see node voltage V is present, and the voltage source 50 volts is also present. This is plus and this is minus. You can also denote the signs. Okay, is equal to V minus 50 divided by, what is the resistance in this branch? 20 ohms. So 20. V minus 50 by 20. Why we have taken V minus 50? Why not 50 minus V or like that? Why? Because we have assumed V at higher potential always. Coming to I2. So plus I2. So I2 value also we don't know what the current is flowing in this branch. So I2 is V, only one voltage is present, that is V. We can also consider this also 0 volts. So V minus 0 divided by R. What is R? 8 ohms. And now coming to I3. Now coming to I3, we can see that I3 is same as 5 amperes. We have got 5 amperes current source in this branch, and also it is flowing in the same direction as we have taken this direction of I3. So I3 is 5 amperes. Directly we can write it because 5 amperes is flowing in this branch equal to 0. Now this completes our nodal analysis. Now let's find out the node voltage V. Now we know we can find out the node voltage in calculator. That is one equation and one unknown we have, and the unknown is V here. So use this red color one X to solve for unknown. That is X minus 50 divided by 20 plus V minus 0, that is V only, V by 8 plus 5 amperes. 5 plus 5 is equal to 0. Use this is equal to. Now press shift, then press solve. Don't look at this answer. This is the answer when you use your calculator the last time. Now press equal to. Now you are getting minus 14.28 volts, which is the value of V. So V is minus 14.28 volts. This is our node voltage. Now in this question, what we were verifying by nodal analysis? We were verifying what is the current flowing through 8 ohms resistor, and we have assumed I2 current I2 is flowing through 8 ohm resistor. And what is I2? I2 is V minus 0 by 8, that is V by 8. So simply plug in the value of V in V by 8, you will get your result. So V is minus 14.28 volts divided by 8, which will be minus 1.7 amperes. Now you can see that by superposition theorem also we have got 1.7 amperes, and by nodal analysis also we have got 1.7 amperes. So our answer is verified. So our answer is, therefore the current flowing through 8 ohm resistor through superposition theorem is minus 1.7 amperes. Now if you want to write the positive value of current, you can also write. What you have to do, just reverse the direction of current. Just take the opposite direction, that is like this or like this. So the current flowing is plus 1.7 amperes. No need to write plus, you can directly write 1.7 amperes. Okay, thank you.